welcome to Talking Money with Nozi, Personal Finance Made Simple. Last week, I spoke about using retirement annuities to prepare for your retirement. I spoke about the advantages and disadvantages of using retirement annuities. Retirement annuities are just one of many different ways to prepare for your retirement. Today, I am going to talk about using your tax-free savings account, your TFSA, as a tool to prepare for your retirement. I will also mention the advantages as well as the disadvantages of using your TFSA to prepare for your retirement. But before we go on, what is a tax-free savings account? A tax-free savings account, or a TFSA, is an investing account. I wish the word savings could be scrapped from this name because it gives people the wrong impression. A TFSA is an investing account. In this account, you can buy unit trusts, you can buy ETFs, my favorites, or you can put cash. I don't like that option. All these investments are protected from tax as long as they are inside of your TFSA. Tax-free savings accounts were introduced in South Africa in 2015 by the government. They just wanted to encourage South Africans to put away more money because we are so terrible at saving and investing. A TFSA is an account that gives you tax benefits. Any income on your investments, including interest, dividends, and capital gains earned inside of the TFSA, is not taxed. Neither will you be taxed when you take your money out, regardless of the amount. Financial institutions like banks, fund managers, insurance companies, and even brokers do not offer the same type of TFSA account. TFSAs can be cash-based, or they can be unit trust-based, or they can be ETF-based. Personally, I prefer a TFSA that allows me to buy ETFs. And that's why I buy my ETFs inside of my Easy Equities TFSA account. I don't like cash-based TFSA accounts because they only pay interest, and that's all you ever get. But ETFs not only pay you interest, they also pay you dividends, and they also give you capital growth. And over long periods of time, if you want to grow your money, you'd rather go for things like ETFs, which grow in value as well as pay you dividends, rather than just cash, which just sits there and just pays out simple interest. Guys, please note, tax-free savings accounts have got contribution limits. Each person is allowed to contribute any amount of money up to a maximum of 36,000 Rand per year between 1 March of one year and 28 February of the following year. Also, each person is given a maximum lifetime contribution limit of 500,000 Rand in total. Let me clarify this. A lot of people get confused. They think that it is a forced matter to contribute 36,000 Rand. No, it is not. You can contribute any amount. Just don't go above 36,000 within one tax year. When does the tax year begin? It starts on 1 March of one year and ends on the 28th of February the following year. So in between that time, you have the opportunity to invest in your TFSA any amount of money, just as long as you don't invest more than 36,000 Rand. I hope that's clear. And another thing, the contribution limits only apply to the money which you put into your TFSA. Any interest or dividends or capital growth that you earn inside of your TFSA does not affect your contribution limits. That's another misconception that other people have. If you earn dividends or interest or capital gains inside of your tax-free savings account, that does not constitute as a contribution. A lot of people always ask me, if I sell my ETF, so let's say people bought many ETFs, now they want to sell an ETF and buy another one, will that affect the limits? No, it doesn't affect the limits. Anything that happens inside a tax-free savings account, SARS doesn't care. SARS only cares about what's coming in, and what's coming in must not be more than 36,000 Rand per tax year. Another thing is you can have as many TFSA accounts as you like, but the contribution limits still apply. For example, if you open 2 TFSA accounts and contribute 20,000 Rand in one TFSA account, you will only be allowed to contribute a maximum of 16,000 Rand in the second TFSA account. And guys, please, do not use your TFSA as a short-term savings account. I repeat, please do not use your TFSA as a short-term savings account. This is because the TFSA limits of 36,000 Rand per year and 500,000 lifetime limits are affected by your contributions. So for example, if you contribute the maximum of 36,000 Rand to your TFSA during a tax year, you cannot add any more money until the next tax year. So you have to wait. Even if you withdraw the entire 36,000 Rand and empty your account, you will not be allowed to deposit any money into your TFSA in that same tax year because you have already used up your limits. So a lot of people are investing into stash. By the way, guys, stash is a TFSA. So people are throwing money into stash. It's a TFSA. They withdraw. They throw in, they withdraw. You are messing up with your limits. And once you contribute more than 36,000 Rand, remember it will keep counting down. So the moment you start to contribute above 36,000 Rand, SARS is rubbing its hands together. They want to tax you 40% of those extra contributions. So guys, be very, very careful. And then a lot of people will ask me, so how do I know how much I've contributed? Check your statements. Download your statements from wherever you are contributing your TFSA into. If it's easy equities, you can get your statement. If it's stash, get the statement. If it's African Bank, wherever your TFSA is, there is a statement. And you can see on the statement how much you have invested so far. Now, let's talk about the advantages of a tax-free savings account. Advantage number 1. Just like retirement annuities, there is no South African tax on any of the investments inside of a tax-free savings account. There is no tax on interest earned, no tax on dividends, and no tax when you sell your investments and withdraw your money. Advantage number 2. Unlike retirement annuities, you can take money out of your TFSA at any time. This is good for those who want to retire early because you can access your money at any age. Advantage number 3. Unlike a retirement annuity, there are no rules about what you can invest in inside of a TFSA. For example, a retirement annuity limits offshore investments to 25% and it also limits shares to 75%. But inside a tax-free savings account, you can invest 100% offshore and you can have 100% of shares in your portfolio. Advantage number 4. Unlike a retirement annuity, there is no tax when you withdraw your money regardless of the amount. This means that if you invest in your TFSA and leave your investments to grow over a long time and they grow into hundreds of thousands or even millions of rands, all that money will be yours free of tax. Guys, remember your pension funds and your retirement annuities are going to be taxed, but the tax-free account is not taxed when you withdraw your money. Let's move on to the disadvantages. Disadvantage number 1. Unlike a retirement annuity, there is no reduction of income tax when you contribute to a tax-free savings account. So guys, you're not going to get tax rebates for contributing to a TFSA, unlike contributing to a retirement annuity. And no, you cannot hide money that you're supposed to pay tax on in a TFSA. SARS still wants their taxes. Somebody once asked me, look, I've got rental properties, I'm earning rental income, and I don't want to pay any tax. Can I hide that money that I'm getting from my rental income in my TFSA? My answer was no. So you need to pay your taxes, then you can contribute money into your TFSA. If you don't want to pay tax, put your money in your retirement annuity. Then your income tax will be reduced. Disadvantage number 2 of investing in a TFSA is that you are not allowed to contribute more than 36,000 Rand in a tax year. If you invest more than 36,000 Rand, your extra contributions will be taxed at 40%. This can be a problem if you want to invest more than 36,000 Rand per tax year. But most ordinary South Africans cannot afford to invest more than 36,000 Rand per year. So that rule is actually fine for people who don't earn that much money. The government didn't want the rich people to take advantage of this account. That's why they capped the maximum that you can invest in a tax year to 36,000 Rand. Disadvantage number 3 is that the total amount that you can contribute to a TFSA over your lifetime is 500,000 Rand. That means that if you contribute the maximum of 36,000 Rand each year, it will take you almost 14 years to reach your 500,000 limit. After that, you will not be able to contribute any more money to your TFSA unless the government decides to increase the limit. Disadvantage number 4, you can withdraw your money at any time. If you are not disciplined, you can end up misusing your TFSA and losing out on the long-term benefits of investing your money for a long time. Guys, withdrawing money from your TFSA too early and too frequently is a waste of opportunity. The more time you give your tax-free account to grow, the more money you'll get out and the more tax you will save. For that reason, it is a very good idea to leave your TFSA investments for as long as possible. Use your TFSA as a tool to supplement your retirement savings, because when you retire, your pension, your provident funds, and your retirement annuity are going to be taxed. Plus, you cannot withdraw all your money from those funds, right? But your TFSA doesn't have those restrictions. Guys, I repeat, please don't use your TFSA as an emergency fund or as a school fees fund or a December fund or as a normal savings account. A TFSA is an invest it and forget it product that can be a great supplement to your retirement income. Contribute as much as you can, but don't touch. And guys, remember I said that the tax year starts from 1 March of 1 year and ends in 28 February of the next year. If you haven't contributed the maximum 36,000 Rand as yet, you still have from now until the end of February, before the 28th of February, to contribute your 36,000 Rand. If you already contributed 36,000 Rand for 2021, you have to wait until the 1st of March 2022 to deposit money in your TFSA and start the cycle again. Like with me, I reached my 36,000 Rand limit in September 2021. So I've been waiting October, November, December, January, February. I can only start investing again in my TFSA from the 1st of March 2022. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a huge thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.